What's up, guys? I'm John and you're watching Johnny Fabs, and today I want to do a quick overview on our 280ZX LS swap build. It's been a while since we've done one of these, and we have been working on it on little projects, so I want to go through the car completely at the start of 2021, and you guys can see what we've done in 2020. And so yeah, we're going to jump into it and show you guys what we've done. So if you guys are new to this channel, this is a 82 Datsun 280ZX that we went through completely, and recently we got the hatch back on with the wing mounted, and we installed it, got our hood struts, hydraulic struts back on, and so those are working good. Even though this is a heavy wing, these are working alright. And then if you take a look inside, we have our 20-gallon fuel cell mounted with these custom straps that I made to secure it good. And then we also have our battery relocated to the rear, and it has an aluminum battery box. And then kind of going along with the battery, we have the main power coming to this rear mounted shut-off switch by All-Star, so I can turn the battery. It's off right now. I can turn it to the on position, so it'll stay on. This is just for like drag racing, or just so it doesn't kill anything has a draw. I won't kill it. We also got some new tail lights off of Facebook. These are in a lot better shape. The originals, just they're a lot better shape than the ones we had. So that's kind of what's going on in the rear as far as updates, and yeah, we'll work our way forward. So looking underneath, you can see our aluminum 20-gallon, and then we have the rear sump lines. These are 2-10, and we ran all PTFE lines with the fittings. And then you can see our two pre-filters, and then we have Bosch 044 pumps. These are actually knockoff pumps, but we're just using those to get us running. We got those off eBay, and then it goes to 10 AN lines up there, and then underneath it goes to another filter that is I think it's 10 microns, and these are both 100 microns. So it's all -10 lines, and we have everything wired in. Both pumps are wired separate, 2 feed lines for power. That way everything is not getting hot as far as wiring goes. So we'll move in to the inside. So moving forward, in the rear of this car, it has an S13 rear subframe that I made all custom mounts and everything. It's just a complete stock subframe. Later on we can upgrade it, but we want to get it going. And then these are 17-inch rims, and then we actually have the Z32 rotors and calipers on here, and just for now we just have one. We might add a second one later for an hydro brake if we end up doing drifting or just for fun. But yep, that's the setup for the rear end, and we might stay tuned. We might do a Q45 diff swap and axles just for an upgrade for the powertrain. Alright, so moving along to the inside, to the interior, we fully built this roll cage from scratch. So it's a 6-point roll cage, all tied into the frame we built. And then we have our dash that we had to notch to fit. And then we ended up flocking this dash to give it that look. It's dirty now, but it should blow off. And then going along with the dash, we put in autometer gauges for the oil pressure, the water temp, and the fuel level, which those are all wired in. And then we have this switch panel that starts the engine, the key on, and then like our fans and fuel pump reverse switch will eventually get wired into there. So you can see our switches here. We have our key on, which cycles our fuel pumps on, our Holly comes on, And then we have our start button here, which will start it. You can hear it run. And then underneath here, for now this is just a stock 280ZX boot, but underneath we are running a 6-speed T56 trans. So that's it for the trans. And then under here for the pedals, we have the stock 280ZX pedals, except for the gas pedal, which is a drive-by-wire for the LS. And also underneath we have all new wiring for this car. We ended up using a universal kit that wires the complete car, and then for the engine we are running a Terminator X. So if I get in here, you can in our glove box we have our fuse box mounted in there, and then we also have our Terminator X mounted to our dash bar that's tied into the roll cage. And then we also have this little dash that comes with the Terminator X, and then a USB from Holly to plug into the laptop. And then on this side we have our wipers, our turn signals, and headlights, and then also has the horn, which is all brand new wiring. We didn't film the wiring just because it took quite a while and it's pretty tedious. And then we also did new power windows switches. So this one is the driver's side and this one's the passenger side. And then the passenger also has its own switch. So yeah, I think that's it for the interior as far as work we've done. Oh, and also we've done these seats. I can get out and we can look at the seats. So for the seats, we have Summit Racing aluminum seats, kind of the Kirky style drag racing seats we bought from a guy local, but they were too wide for our trans tunnel and floors that we built. So I ended up cutting them down the middle and sectioning, I believe, 2 or 2.5 inches out of them, and then re-welding them. And then we just mounted our harnesses, our 5-point harnesses, to the cage and to the floor. So that's pretty much it for the seats. We might get some covers made, but as far as right now, just the driver's seat is mounted. We still have to do the passenger seat. So moving to the engine bay, if you're new to this channel, not much is left from the stock 280ZX, as a lot of it was rusted out. So we ended up building a pretty much tubular front end with bigger wheel wells and removable front end. We have multiple videos on building all of this. And then we have our LS, it's a 5.3 aluminum block that has been re-ringed, opened the ring gap, head studs, so it's ready for the turbo kit that we built. We have separate videos on all that, but as far as what's new, recent, and I built this custom catch can that is removable, and it's going to vent the valve covers. The valve covers we welded in 10AN fitting, and then this little fitting for the oil cap adapts to 10AN, and then 2 breathers. That's pretty much what's new. Also, we welded our 44mm wastegates on each of the hot side and plumb those into a Mac valve boost controller, which we are going to wire back to the Holley Terminator X so we can control our boost control with the Holley system. And then as far as, if you guys don't know, we have 1500 snake eater injectors with upgraded fuel rails, and we have a -10 supply and a -8 return with our fuel pressure regulator right here. And we also use a fuel pressure sensor, Low Dollar Motorsports. We have that plumbed into our Holley, so we're able to see what's going on there. But I think that's pretty much it for the engine bay. Well, let me show you guys also for our clutch for our T56. It requires a hydraulic throwout for the slave. So for the master cylinder on the clutch, the stock Datsun one was too small, so we changed it out for a Wheelwood 3/4 inch master for the clutch, and we bought a S13 to Wheelwood adapter, and it worked out for our 280ZX. So now our clutch is working as it should, and so that's working out good. And we also rebuilt our power steering rack and pinion that was leaking from the original Datsun, and we adapted it to our LS1 power steering pump. So all that is working as it should. We actually drove it off the lift recently to pull it around, and all seems like it's working like it should. So yep, I think that's it for the update on our Datsun 280ZX. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys want more details, just go check out the other detailed videos on everything we've done. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and peace.